Now we're going to leverage what we've learned about patterns and templates and begin to create some additional media that we'll need to build our site. I'm going to show you how I create a hero section for my website. What exactly is a hero section? Well, it typically includes a big background, such as an image, a video, or a solid color, a headline that has a clear and bold message, supporting text, and possibly a call to action button. It's called a hero because it's meant to be the primary focal point of the page. Let's jump into our project and see how we can go about building a hero pattern so that we can use it throughout our project. Because I'm going to be building a pattern, I'll go into Appearance, Editor, Patterns, and we're going to just create a brand new pattern. So I'll create a new pattern. I'm going to call this hero, and this will not be synced because I'm going to want to replace the content on the various pages of my website. I'll click Add, which is going to throw me into the WordPress editor. I'm going to open the document overview, and we'll start off by using the cover block. The cover block is where you can easily create an area that has either a video or an image and then put text on top of it. The nice thing about this is you can have it use featured images, so you can really automate this process in many ways. I'm going to use that feature here. I'll go back into the document view, and then we're going to set up our hero pattern. I'm going to begin by creating a headline. And this hero heading is going to be an H1, but instead of using our default font, I'm going to change this. So what we'll do here is we'll come into the typography section. I'm going to go into the font category, and instead of using the default font, we're going to use this Allura font. I also need to increase the size of this font. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the Set Custom Size, and we're going to plug in 60 pixels to make this pretty large. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a paragraph of text. And right now I'm just using placeholder text. I will be replacing this on each page. I'm going to select this text, and we're going to go into our dimension category. We'll open both padding and margin. And I'm going to make sure that my margin is set to 0 so that this headline and the text are closer together. Finally, we're going to create a button. And again, I'm just using some placeholder information on this button. We will customize the button a little bit. So what I'm going to do is go into the settings. We're going to change our fill color to actually just be white, and we're going to reduce the opacity down. We've done this before on another exercise. I'm going to change the text color, and for this example, I'm going to use my teal. I will turn on the border and make that white and 1 pixel. And then we're going to increase the radius to about 30 so that this is more rounded. I also want to adjust the padding. I'm going to go ahead and uniquely plug in a value. So I'll use the set size preset. We'll use 6 pixels for the top and the bottom, and I'll let the right and the left be what it is. I do, however, want to make sure that this element is a little snugger to my text. In order to do that, I have to select the overarching buttons block element, and then I have access to margin, and I can reduce the margin. And again, I'm going to use the precise settings so that I can plug in a value that will be adequate. And this is going to be it for my hero image. So we'll go ahead and save this. And now let me show you how we can use this on a page. I'll go back out to the main section of WordPress. I'm going to go to Pages, and I'm going to go to my About Us page. And what we're going to do is we're going to create this element at the very top portion of our page, so right above this group. I will click a plus sign, and I'm going to go to Patterns, My Patterns, and we'll select Hero. And of course, this doesn't get placed in the correct location, so I'm going to drag this up to the top of the stack. Then what I'm going to do is change the text. I'll add my paragraph, and I'll change the text on the button and the link that the button is going to go to. We're going to have the button link to our contact page. And then we want to set the background image. So keep in mind that in order to do this, we have to use a featured image. I will open up my settings, and if I go to the page, I can set a featured image. So I'm going to set a featured image, and I'll select the image that I want to use. I have several images that I've prepared, and they're fairly large. They are wider than they are taller, so they'll work well for our featured image. And you can see how this gets placed onto my project. Now, ultimately, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I want to adjust where the text sits. I'd like the text to be pushed a little more over to the left. However, I'm not able to make those adjustments here. This is something that I would prefer to do in the pattern so that all of my hero images get updated. It is worth noting that if I do make changes to the hero image, this hero image is not going to be updated because it's not synced to the original pattern. So we'll have to come back and adjust this. But for right now, I'll save this. We'll go back to our pattern, Appearance, Editor, Patterns, My Patterns, and here's our hero. And now if I open up my document overview, you can see that here are the main images that are part of this element. I'm going to select all of these and I'll group them together. So with all of them selected, I'm just going to use Command or Control G to put them inside of a group. And now I have a container that is holding all of these. What we're going to do with the container is we're going to come here and under alignment, we're going to change this to a max width to make this wider. As you can see, everything gets a little bit wider. And then what I want to do is I want to ensure that all of the components are going to be justified to the left. So I'll push those over to the left so they are on the left side. I also am going to select my button element. I need to change my opacity slightly. It was just a little too light, so I'm going to make it somewhere in the middle to make it a little bit more opaque. And the final thing that we're going to do is we're going to create an overlay that is going to sit over the cover image. So if we select cover, one of the options that we have is an overlay. And with the overlay, you can actually overlay a color, or in our case, we're going to do a gradient. So I'm going to select gradient, and I don't want to use the theme-based gradient. We didn't actually create any gradients, so I'll just do it right now. I'm going to have a gradient that goes from pure white, and we'll keep that at 100% opacity. And then we're going to bring it down to white, but we're going to reduce the opacity down to maybe around 25-ish%. I also am going to pull the more opaque white over to the left about a third so that this will be more white. And then I need to change the angle. So I'm going to want the angle to be 90 degrees. And that should help the legibility of being able to read the text. Let's save this. If you are creating a cover image this way and you are using the featured image, it is a little hard to dial in, so you might have to go back and forth a couple of times. But now that we have that, let's go back to our About page. And of course, this cover image has not been updated, and that's because our pattern is unsynced. So let's just create another version of our pattern, our hero image, to make sure that this is what we want. We'll click Save. And I like to preview it in the browser to really get a good indication of what it's going to look like. So I'll go to my browser, we'll click Refresh, and we'll scroll down and make sure that this is something that we like. So now that I see this, it is difficult to read our text. I'm going to change the color of this and move it over slightly. So we'll go back out to our pattern, editor, patterns, my patterns. Here's our hero. We'll go into our document overview, select the cover. I'm going to open up my settings so that I can access the styles. We'll go to overlay, and let's actually click on this first dot, and we'll make this more black. So we'll start off with a really dark color, and then let's change this one too to be a darker shade, but we'll keep the transparency down. I think that this will actually look a little bit better. So let's give that a try. And I'm going to move this dot over just a little bit more so it's more opaque on the left. We'll click save. Then we need to go back out. We'll find our about page and click edit. And once again, I'm just going to add another instance of my hero image. And you can see this one is now much easier to read. We'll save this, and then we can go into our front end portion of the website and make sure that we are liking this. So I think that this looks a little bit better. So now that I know I like the style of this, I'll clean up my document. This is the hero image I want to use. So I'm going to move this to the top of the stack, and then I'll just delete these other instances, and we'll save our page. And if we go out to the front and refresh, you can see now we have this hero image. Because it's using the maximum width of 1200, the text is never going to span to the far left side, which is what I want. But the image does take up the main section of the page. The final thing that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get rid of this about us. I no longer want that. I just want this hero image to be at the top of my page. So this is something that's in our template. We'll go back to our templates, appearance, editor, templates, and keep in mind that we did this in our pages template. So I will go to the document overview, into group, and we're just going to delete the title. We no longer want this to be present on any of our pages. Now when I hit save and we refresh our page, you can see that this is what the page is going to look like. And I like this a lot more. I think this is going to look great. We, of course, only inserted the hero image on this one page. We'll have to create it on the rest of our pages. And that's easy enough to do now that we have this saved as a pattern. All we have to do is go into any of the pages where we want to insert the hero image, and we'll click the plus sign once again, go to patterns, my patterns, we'll grab our hero image, and by default, it's going to be at the bottom. So I'm just going to drag this to the top of the stack. Now that I have that here, I can add my featured image. So in order to do that, you're going to need to open your settings on the right. This is located under page, and we'll set our featured image. I'll browse for the featured image and select the image that I'm going to use on this page. Then I'll go ahead and update the text. Finally, I'll update my call to action button. I'll hit save. And if we come to the front end and refresh our page, you can see that our hero image has been inserted. We still have some other work to do on this page. Obviously, our text-based content is spanning the entire page. So you might remember from our last exercise, we needed to group all of these elements together, the things that we don't want to be part of the full page feature. So if we simply group them together, keyboard shortcut once again is Command or Control G, depending on your platform. And once you've done that, the group itself will contain that information. So all of our information, instead of just spanning, it's being constrained by the group. So if we save this now and we back out, the main content is centered and it's not spanning the entire width. And this hopefully gives you an idea of how you can begin building your page. The patterns are extremely helpful. So if you do have a comp for your project, it's great to reference that and identify the various areas that are going to be similar throughout your website. And that way you can turn those into patterns and easily leverage that collection of components that you've designed together. so that you can quickly build a website and keep everything consistent, but still have it be unique on every single page.